These are my audience members. Hi, my name is Amanda Stanfield, and this is my persuasive speech. I'd like you to imagine, if you could, the enormity of the following numbers: 50 billion, 27 billion, and 65 million. These numbers are almost fanciful. They're very hard to put a picture in your head of how large they are. So what if I added a source of reference? For example, every year Americans throw away 50 billion food and drink cans. They throw away 27 billion glass bottles and jars, and 65 million plastic and metal jar and can covers. It's a lot of waste. 85% of our waste ends up in a landfill, and it takes hundreds, if not thousands of years to decompose, if it decomposes at all. The only solution to this problem are the 3 R's of the environment, which are reduce, reuse, and recycle. Everyone is capable of these 3 R's. Everyone can contribute and help the environment. Don't you want to live on a clean planet and enjoy our beaches and oceans and have our children and future generations do the same? Well, the solution to that is really easy to implement. The first R, reduce, is simply reducing the amount of waste that you add to the environment. You reduce the amount of waste, and then you end up inevitably reducing the amount needed to reuse and recycle. The second R is reuse. Instead of adding to the waste problem by throwing something away after a single use, you simply reuse it, or you purchase items that have multiple uses in them. For instance, instead of plastic water bottles from the store, you can buy an Nalgene or a Camelback and use that an indefinite number of times. Instead of plastic grocery bags from Walmart or Kroger, you can have reusable grocery totes and use them as many times as you'd like. The same for straws. There are many options on the market now for straws that are stainless steel, silicone, bamboo, and they're all reusable and don't need to be thrown away after a single use. The third R is to recycle. If you have something that can't be reused, you can recycle it so that you aren't adding to the waste problem. So those plastic bottles and the grocery bags that I mentioned, if you do use them, you can simply recycle them and you're not adding to our waste problem. Everyone can make a difference. Everyone can reduce, reuse, and recycle. And it doesn't have to be something large. You can start small. You can start with a water bottle or a straw and grow from there. And you can incorporate everyone in the family and it will naturally flourish out. You're not just limited to your house either. You can recycle when you're out and about running errands. You can ask businesses to reuse your water bottle or travel coffee mug. I've seen many people do this in Starbucks. When you're at the grocery store, you can ask the meat clerk in the back to package your meat in paper instead of cellophane and styrofoam. Small acts snowball into a huge difference, and every little bit helps. Right now, the United States generates more waste than any other country in the world. So if other countries can waste less, we can surely do the same. Items like glass and aluminum can be recycled an indefinite number of times without losing their quality or purity. So if you reuse items like that, you're not adding to the waste because you can recycle them if you're done with them. The US recycling rate is at 34.5% right now. And if we were to increase that to 75%, it would be the equivalent of taking 50 million cars off of our roads. And for people that think that we can't make a difference, that statistic right there proves that we can. If you start in your home, I bet you notice that it takes longer for your waste bins to fill up, or your garbage pickup is becoming smaller. That's what we first noticed when we started recycling and reusing, and it's what keeps us going. So every bit helps. Every bit can make a difference. You just have to start. So please reduce, reuse, and recycle so that you can save our planet and give our children and future generations a better environment in which to live in and enjoy. So thank you very much, and please recycle. Thanks.